Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to talk about resource management in ServiceNow and Agile, right? Oh my gosh, do those two things go together? Stick around, find out. Let's introduce resource management first. I'm in the resource reporting module. It's a special reporting module in ServiceNow just around resource management. And I want to look at the availability of a particular group. So the whole idea with resource management is you're trying to manage what your resources are working on so you can get them working on the right things, the appropriate things. So looking at a list of availability on this particular example, I can see that my analysts in September of 2022 are way oversubscribed. They're way overworked. But look at that, in November of 2022, they've got bandwidth, we're green, we can give them more work. So that's one way to actually look at it. Another way in resource management is actually to look at capacity planning. So this is going to pop out another workspace where I can go look at capacity for a particular group. Again, I've got my analyst over here on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to select all of those and see what the forecast is. Now check out this graphic. I can see what's been requested for those resources, the other color is what's been confirmed, and then what's actually been allocated. I think the requested was the blue at the top. I'm colorblind, by the way. The last thing there is capacity. So see that red line that goes across? We can see what this analyst group's capacity is and how the requests and what's been confirmed and allocated is comparing to that. I can also see another heat map of utilization. Okay, so we have January 2021. They had some bandwidth there, but hey, it looks like September 2022, we're using them a lot. We've got over 200, right? So what if this team is doing sprint? What do you do? How do you track the time so that you don't overtax your teams? Well, one of the things when you're working in Agile is you want to set up your groups, your Agile groups, so that they have a capacity associated with them, right? So I'm not going to get into too much detail about the Agile concepts for points and capacity, but if you understand what that is, in ServiceNow, what we do is we manage, let me change the view here from Resource Manager to default view. What we do in ServiceNow is on the group level for a particular Agile team is we set their group capacity. I'm still not seeing here. Let's change the view one more time. I think I want, let's see, Scrum. If I look at my Scrum view, I'm going to see the capacity for the team. There we go, finally, victory in a live demo. Group capacity for this team is 15 points. It only has one person in it, but you can see they also have some sprints associated with that. Now, each one of these sprints in ServiceNow, when you create them, it copies the group capacity points down to the sprint, and then you can come in here and change that group capacity. So that's a concept around how much stories, how much work can you pack into this sprint. Well, if you want to see that in resource management so that you're able to tell, hey, can we give this team any more work? What you can do is create a resource plan for that sprint. So this is the part I think that you probably might not have connected the dots with. It came up in a conversation here at work and I wanted to share it with you all on YouTube. Here I come in, I create a resource plan, I've got a group, maybe I've got my analyst and they're doing some dev work. They've got some sprints associated with it. And I know for a particular date and time that they start their sprint on Monday, September 5th. Well, it's a holiday on the 5th, but we'll pretend it's not a holiday. And they end their sprint 2 weeks later on the 16th, which is a Friday. So that's the time allotted. And we know if you're the manager for that group, you probably know which sprint it is. So you can come in here and actually associate any task in ServiceNow with the resource plan. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter by task type and actually select sprint. So notice here I've got, let's see, scroll down. I got Safe Sprint. That's the Enterprise Scaled Agile Framework. But I'm just going to choose sprint and we're going to hit run on that filter. And now I should see all the sprints that are out there, and I can associate this resource plan to. We'll select print sprint 1000. No, is that 1000? That's 10,001 associated with that. And if I wanted to see some more information about that task, I could see it's in draft and all that. But maybe I already know. We'll just call this sprint 10,001, and I'm going to plan on there's 168 points or 168 hours associated with that, and then we're going to use up all members of the team. Now, if you have a team that has 10 people in it, and they're all going to have 168, you need to do some math there to do that and calculate it out. But then, when this resource plan is confirmed and allocated, it will reflect in that group's capacity and that group's commitments when you're looking at those resource reports that I just showed you. Now, if you put your hat on and think about what you can do in ServiceNow, if you've got a sprint in there and that sprint moves from a draft state to an in-progress state, you could set up a workflow, a flow to actually go ahead and create the resource plan automatically, pull in the points from that, pull in the team that's assigned to it, and create a resource plan, move it to the state that you want to, so that your resource managers don't even have to touch it because they're already managing their sprints. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in managing resources or working with Agile in ServiceNow. And until next time, don't forget, always be learning.